Yes, we have already discussed that I am, in fact, not a breakfast person. Because honestly, I'm supposed to wake up every single day, make a nutritious breakfast, and then going about my day, which would take hours, right? Instead of just like making a cup of coffee and then making it do what it do, right? And to this day, I really have not made sense of that whole little debacle. But today we are up and we're going to figure out this whole breakfast thing, okay? Honestly, I do feel like this is where most people would just give up on the whole clean eating thing because when it comes to mornings, if it's not fast enough, it's really not going to make the cut, okay? So I'm not like a drive-through breakfast girly, but I can definitely understand why people would opt for that. Like, you want me to eat something so I'm not starving while I'm going about my day, but you also want me to end my sleep early so that I can cook. Nah. So for the next couple of days, we will be testing out breakfasts that should take less than 10 minutes to prepare, right? And I say less than 10 minutes because honestly, I just refuse to wake up any earlier than I really need to. The real question is here. Is it cheating if I prep some of this stuff beforehand? Let me know. First, I'm going to have to go ahead and show y'all my OG meal. This is what I'm usually going to do for breakfast. Toast, light honey, some sausage, black tea. Never fails. I do feel like this second breakfast here is also a classic, but this is what I'm going to do if I'm feeling a little bit fancier. Like, I want to appear that I have my life together, okay? The first part of this breakfast is keep it real simple. Get you some sausage, whatever sausage you like. And instead of cooking it in a pan on the stove, just broil that bad boy, okay? And while that's in there, it'll take a few minutes. Start prepping your toast. Yes, we're having toast again because, having bread is a carb. Carbs are good for energy. So I like to start my day with energy. Period. Now, what makes this special is the avocado spread we're going to make with edamame. Okay, you're going to steam it and just crush it on in there. However you like to make your avocado spread, you can. I'll show you how I made mine in a second. So we got the toast out the oven. It just look a little different because that is not real butter. And we're using edamame because it is a good source of protein. So if you are somebody who does not eat meat, this is a great thing to try. Also, we're mixing it with avocado because we all know avocado is a healthy fat. But I'm adding some pico in this as well, so there will be a little bit more veggies, but nothing I would count towards anything. But yeah, you can't go wrong with your veggies, but the pico is really just for flavor. Again, I did make this spread the night before. All I did was mash up my avocado and edamame, and I put it in a very sealed container so that it wouldn't brown. Then I'll top it with some chili oil crisp, and baby, we're done. I would say one thing that helps me get my fiber in is these snacking peppers. I know they look really aggressive, but it's kind of like a cross between a bell pepper and an apple. They're juicy and crunchy, but I love these things. I just be chewing on them while I'm cooking. This one, at first they were good, like all the seeds were at the bottom, so I could just I didn't have to cut it. But now the seeds is crawling up on me. But yeah, you know how you see people like doing that thing now where they just like take a handful of spinach and they just force it down. This is my not as aggressive equivalent because I actually like these. So before like any meal, for the most part, I'm gonna like pre-game with some vegetables or fruit. It's just fiber in general because fiber is really what helps you like feel full essentially. Like, it's bulking up what's in your stomach, so it'll slowly digest and whatever. I don't know, people say like, oh, it's protein. Protein has its place, fiber has its place, carbs have their place. I don't know why we have to do like there can only be one. Whatever. I always like to reach for a nice savory vegetable when I'm craving something sweet for breakfast, and that's the vibe today. So I'm gonna go for my handy dandy oatmeal. Like, it does not fail me. I don't like to use milk in my oatmeal because I like little milk. I just use milk powder just to give me a little bit of the creaminess that I'm desiring, and it's shelf stable, so if I'm not feeling milk that week, I won't buy any. The powder will stay fine in the cabinet, and it wouldn't be me if I wasn't a little extra. So my oatmeal does have a secret ingredient. Okay, stay tuned so you can see her. I don't think I've put you guys on to my favorite salt. It is the Josu cinnamon vanilla salt. If you're on TikTok, you may have seen Condiment Claire. This is her collaboration. I love this salt. It's very cinnamony, but the salt is like such a good quality. I'm gonna add just a bit of this. I don't want too much cinnamon today. Sometimes I'll go in with just cinnamon and salt separately, but this is gonna do for me just fine. Oh, and by the way, I am using the exact measurements that are on the back of the container. I've seen people make oatmeal in the microwave. I don't know how y'all do that. I actually wouldn't be interested in it. Oatmeal doesn't take that long, so I like to make mine on the stove so I can really get the consistency the way I want it. So yeah, I'm just doing exactly what it says on the back. And now for the secret ingredient, it will actually be just an entire egg. And I was like, oh my god, like that's so weird. Why are you using an egg? You won't be able to taste the egg. I get the egg ick all the time, but I know the benefits of having eggs. So I'm just gonna drop this whole bad boy in here and start that thing on up. Of course, I would never steer you wrong. Okay, you have to really just trust me on this one. You can just use egg whites if you desire. I didn't have any egg whites and I didn't feel like separating. So most of your nutrients come from the yolk. The protein comes from the white. Get it all, okay? Just get it all. And look, I'm showing you real time. You can't even see that there was an egg in here for real. Like, you might get a little piece of yolk, but you will be fine, I promise. And then on top of that, for a little bit of extra protein, we're going in with some flaxseed. You will not be able to taste this either. I think there's like 4 grams of protein in a tablespoon of flaxseed. So that's just in there just for the gains, not for the taste or the texture. For the taste though, I will be adding some PB Fit powder. I like peanut butter in my oatmeal, but we're trying to get it right, get it tight. I don't know if y'all would consider this to fit in the whole clean eating thing, but I do, okay, because I gotta have something. And typically I would also do the cacao nibs. I love cacao nibs. I like how crunchy they are. But I ran out, oh my god, so I like a little peanut butter chocolate situation, so we're just going peanut butter today. Oh, and this is my favorite low calorie sweetener, and it's because look at how it melts. Like, it literally melts like sugar. I love this stuff. It does taste like sugar, but it's not as sweet to me, but it does the job. And as you can tell, I am a happy camper. I am thoroughly enjoying this oatmeal, and no, I cannot taste any eggs, I promise. This is when I realized that I didn't have any banana, but it's okay. We will survive. All right, the verdict is in. You do not need to prep a 40-minute breakfast in order to eat clean every day. We're just going to have a couple of quick meals in the repertoire, keep the ingredients on hand so that when it's time to get up, we know what we got to make and we know how to do it as quickly as possible because we want our sleep and we also want the gains. But what's really puzzling me, is there any other savory breakfast people around here? Because I swear, I know people make a lot of yogurt bowls that have berries and granola and lots of yumminess in it. I don't want that in the morning. So shout out to all my savory breakfast people and to my sweet breakfast people. Y'all let me know. What is that one breakfast that is a sweet treat that you just cannot beat? Because on the savory side, we don't know. We really don't know what it is y'all into, but put us on, I guess. Okay. That's it. I'm going to go pretend like I'm going to be productive for the rest of this day. I ain't really feeling the productivity, if I'm being honest with you. But we're going to do a little something. Because, we started the day off right? Might as well.